Do you have a Bible?
Not a physical
You did
one
not.
on me.
You did not come prepared. Welcome to the basement, where it's just a couple. Where it's just a couple of guys in a basement talking
There's
about.
three of us, not a couple.
Fine, a few guys.
That's four.
Where's my
It's
lens
not.
cap?
Fine, three guys.
A bunch of
I'm gonna slap you. Can I get this intro done?
no.
3 grown men.
in the basement.
And
talking
we're
about,
all dudes.
talking about
That's
things
right.
practically.
Confidently.
Talking about things
Theologically, practically, and sometimes.
And where babies
humorously.
come from.
No.
No. All right. At the far end of the couch is Marcus Melton,
Nope. The far end is Tristan Walker.
and in the middle is Ezra Calvert. And yes, we're the group who does the basement podcast.
You can tell who each of us is because one of us is the same color as the couch. One of us is wearing a hat, and then I'm over here wearing a watch.
This seems accurate. This seems very accurate, boys. All right.
Yeah. Wow.
Wait, why?
No, you don't say what I'm looking up. We're on YouTube. We're live.
Ezra, why?
No, because
Heck yeah. Do you have any?
I'm planning on it. Yeah.
Oh, so you don't.
Well, we have a safe.
Well, sure, but like
The 12 is mine basically because my dad isn't gonna use it.
the 12. Is it just like? Is it semi-auto? Is it like just a pump?
Yeah, it's just a pump.
Okay.
We're talking about water.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We have unfortunately lost all of our water in a boating accident.
Yeah. 12 gallons.
Yeah,
I have 9.
No, I'm planning on moving to Idaho so I can buy one of these.
You
I
don't
don't-
need to move to Idaho.
Yes,
to
you
buy-
do.
No, you don't.
The laws in Washington make it very difficult to buy anything like this.
Right.
I'm gonna build it for myself.
Right. But you can buy the pieces.
No, you can't assemble it. It's not legal. They made laws for it.
And who cares about the freaking government?
We're on live stream. I will get taken to jail.
For the
door's
record,
open.
I care about
Does
the
it need to
government.
be open?
Um,
Does it need to be shut?
No. it's
Oh
fine,
my
yeah.
gosh.
No.
Anyways.
No, we're live to my 445 subscribers.
Oh,
possibly
Yeah.
if they're watching.
That's why we don't talk. Wait, it might have gone private because it was public. Okay, crap. I gotta make sure it's public.
well.
Well.
Well, you don't know me, and you may like tonight to be chill with your how did I build it? Oh, wait. Oh, wrong account.
Well.
Wow.
Well.
Dang it! No, I don't want a channel.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have decided to go off the rails with what we are doing here today.
Today's a chat, okay?
Chat about what? What are
Your
we going to chat about?
mother loves me. I don't know.
Have you ever met his mother?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, we're going to start a new show of How I Met Your Mother.
Wow. No. No. No.
It never happened.
You're terrible.
No, he's not paper.
He's still terrible.
He's a cow.
Oh my gosh, we are doing absolutely nothing productive.
Yes, we are.
Oh my.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, looky there. I logged into my YouTube account.
Well, that seems like a fun thing.
You want to hear a joke?
No, I'd rather not.
I'm an accident.
Technically, so was I.
But I was a happy accident. My mom loves me.
I was okay. I was a happy accident too. I'm not an accident for God, but you know, let's put that out there.
Wow.
Wow. What a boy.
Wow. It's a bonding moment for you guys.
I know, right?
This is bondage.
No.
Wow, that does not look pretty.
No.
Looks like someone drew us.
Yeah.
Actually, I
look like a drawing.
I don't mind it. We have one.
See, look at the, like when you go like this, when you move, it like cuts your face into millions of pieces. See? One watching now. Oh, that's us.
We have 0 people watching. We can do whatever the heck we want.
Not really, no.
Within limitations.
No, yeah.
Set
Oh,
by
it's not-
YouTube.
All right. If we want YouTube to like us,
We have to.
Susan Wojcicki.
No, we have to say, smile,
Please.
Smile and wave, boys.
be happy,
Smile and
please.
wave.
do what you do to make yourself feel great.
But maybe not watching us.
Yeah. Yeah. No, don't. I'm keeping my clothes on. Thank you very much. This isn't Twitch.
What?
This isn't Twitch.
No, it's funny though.
All right. Well,
You don't stream on Twitch?
No, I'm not gonna be a topless streamer.
That's not necessary.
You sure? People get lots of views for
It's
it.
mostly not necessary.
Mostly not necessary. Yeah, if you want to make a living on Twitch, you have to do it without a shirt on. But if you don't want to make a living, go for it. Keep your shirt on.
What was that?
I don't know. Whatever.
He does these things.
Yes, these things don't make sense.
I don't make any sense. I make dollars.
No, you don't. I make dollars.
I make dollars.
I can-
have a job.
I
How
can-
dare you?
I can sit on the sidewalk, talk to myself for a half an hour, and make $19. How about you?
I can deliver pizzas and make $30 in approximately 45 minutes.
Did you hear what I said?
I have a full-time job.
I work with kids. Yes. We're talking about random stuff. You can come in and say hi.
No, do
Do
you have aviators?
I have aviators? No.
Speaking of aviators.
No. Well,
Marcus wants to
probably.
be one.
Yeah, in my room.
Speaking of aviators.
In my room, on the floor, under my puppets, there's aviators on the ground. They give them back to Randy when you're done.
The Wright brothers.
Died.
Those were aviators.
Let's do one-word sentences.
Okay, I love this.
Huh?
Okay, I'll start.
No, wait, no. Let's go this way.
Hey, no, I said I start. You came up with the idea. The person to the right of him gets to say
Fine.
when to start.
Go ahead.
Okay. Once.
There.
What?
No, you went the wrong way. It goes that way.
What?
You
Why?
said to the right!
Yeah. Oh. No, it goes that way. It makes more sense.
that's
It
the
goes
left.
like this.
That was the
No, no,
left!
no, 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 no. So the person who came up with the idea, the person to the right gets to start the story, and it goes left. It's clockwise.
You
Okay.
said to the right.
Yeah, I was to the right.
Start.
Okay. Hi.
My
Brother.
Died.
tragically
Outside.
Of.
his car. Oh frick.
All right, you start this time.
Today
We.
Die.
in
Hey.
Dead.
man's
Casket.
Filled.
with
Coins.
And.
ourselves.
All right. Okay, you start this one.
Tomorrow.
I.
Will
Be.
Dead.
because
Of.
My.
brother.
My.
Cousin.
Brother.
Decided.
Do.
Have
Many.
Affairs.
Really?
not your turn. with
No.
Okay.
says no.
Okay. All right. This one we have to all be extremely serious. Okay.
Today. Go. What do you?
I'm trying to think, bro. America.
Is
Morning.
The
loss.
9
years.
Of
11.
You should have said a go.
No, guys.
I understood.
The sentence is continuing. Today, America is mourning the loss of
9.
9. What was yours?
9 years.
Of 9 years of.
We have to all be extremely serious. Okay?
Go forward.
Go.
Loss of
The loss of 11. Keep going.
Dogs.
that
Jumped.
Into.
a
Inferno.
Made.
blimp.
Period.
All right. Okay.
There.
Was
10.
More.
survivors.
The.
President.
Biden.
Has.
One.
Nothing.
Today.
Sadly.
He.
One.
Nothing.
Tomorrow.
He.
Is.
Gone.
Reduced.
In.
Flames.
2.
Take.
My.
Nothing.
And.
Put.
Something.
Else.
With.
Another.
Fire.
Smelling.
Thing.
Many.
Years.
Ago.
There.
Was.
Taiwan.
A.
Bomb.
Diffused.
At.
7.
11.
Where.
A.
Kind.
Gentlemen.
Shoved.
A.
Blanket.
Up.
Stairs.
Upstairs.
I don't know. I don't want to continue with that.
Media.
Likes.
Controversy.
And. Oh, crap.
What if we just go this way? Like
Just back and forth?
Yeah, and then we just swap who's in the middle.
What?
We just move.
It'll go like bum 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 bum. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, okay.
9.
So I just get to talk a lot.
Yes.
Cool. I like it.
You just have we spit fire at you, and then you have to.
I get filler words. Got it. All right. Start on Marcus.
1.
There was. There. Wait. 1,
1.
2,
3.
4.
7.
Girls.
Were.
Broken.
Hearted.
Because.
Of.
My.
Father.
Oh. Oh.
My.
Goodness.
Me.
O
Why?
did
He.
have
Many.
girls.
There?
In
Go.
we should restart then. Yeah, you put it in the
Yeah,
wrong
how
spot.
did it start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7. You.
4.
All right. Now.
I
Have.
stolen
Many.
girls
Watches.
because
I.
find
Shiny.
things
Tasty.
watches
Tick.
because
They.
have
Gears.
a
Lot.
of
Watches.
like
Men. All right. Time to talk about the Bible, eh?
We're going to get censored. Demonetized.
I'm not even monetized, so I can't get demonetized.
Would you flip your phones? Oh.
Danny draws a penalty.
Can you flip your
The
phone?
Lightning lost earlier.
Watch this.
Can you flip your phones?
Tell me which one to open to.
I did.
No. Oh my gosh, you just texted him a bunch.
What?
How did you do? Why did you do that? Why would you do such a thing? He's gonna get sent 50 text messages.
Why do you have that set up?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, now that we've messed around for a decent amount of time, and y'all who find this eventually,
Okay, good.
will be questioning the sanity of us three on this couch.
No. No.
Yes.
We're
No.
completely sane.
We're
you
just
can
like to do
believe me.
one-word stories.
No, do not believe everything Marcus says.
Believe the fourth man on the couch.
There's
Jesus.
3 men. Okay.
No, Jesus is not on the couch.
You can see my.
Oh, heck yeah, he's on the couch. Woo,
There's been no room left for Jesus. Let me.
Oh.
Nope.
That is not what we're trying to tell people, Marcus. There's no room left for Jesus.
Well, I mean, like, it'd just be in. We could get him a chair.
He's not a physical person currently.
Hey! Jesus was physical and he is physical. I can feel him in my dreams.
That doesn't even make sense.
Why? Why have we traveled down this rabbit hole?
You know, I think for this one we've gone so far off kilter that I think what we should do is to fix the mess that we've built. We should probably restart our intro. All right, I'm gonna change the scene and then change it back, and then we can restart afresh.
Okay. Sounds good.
We only have 40 minutes.
Make a
because
move, Walker.
I did like a couple of hours ago. I was.
I moved.
Why?
Oh, I broke the camera. Dang it. Oh, boy.
Oh gosh.
Oh, no.
The basement.
Ah,
It's been revealed.
the basement's been revealed.
Ah! Our entire place of operations.
Oh, I broke the camera. Dang
Alright, welcome to the basement where it is three gentlemen talking about things theologically, practically, and humorously. I have with me on the couch Marcus Melton at the far end,
Don't say my last name.
Ezra
Yeah, don't say his
Calvert
last name. Don't say my last name
in
either.
the middle, and I'm Tristan Walker.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Tristan
You're literally sitting. You're Tristan
Ty
sitting.
Walker.
Tristan.
Ty is short for Tinkerbell.
My middle name's Terrell. Shut up.
Oh my goodness. We're never gonna get through this.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Oh boy, the name's Mickey Mouse. You want to play in my clubhouse?
We don't say that name. We don't say that name.
What name?
Voldemort.
Mickey Mouse?
Yes.
Oh boy, why do your feet smell bad?
I don't know.
Like, no thank you! No thank you, no thank you. Oh,
Well,
boy.
what we were going to talk about was in the book of Genesis. In the beginning.
In the book of Genesis?
In the book of Genesis.
I thought you said.
It's
Oh,
about Joseph.
That what?
In the book of Genesis, bro.
Okay, keep going. I wasn't told or anything. So
He's a guest. He doesn't get told anything. He just gets to improvise.
I'll kiss you.
Bet. We got
it's,
beards.
It's not that type of podcast. Please do
What do you
not-
mean that type of podcast?
You know what I mean.
Look,
Okay.
man.
This is a podcast where we have freedom of creativity and
Well, don't. I wouldn't phrase it like that.
why?
Right after I said I'll kiss you.
You want to go?
You got boxing gloves somewhere?
Yeah.
We'll beat up Tristan.
Why?
Why me?
I'm here to share the gospel with the people. What you want from me?
I want less accents or more good ones.
All my
What
accents
do
are
you
good. How dare you?
mean?
That was pretty good, Ezra.
Thank you very much. I try a lot. You know, my favorite accent is when people are joining me on TikTok, and I'm like,
I'm offended.
they're like, "Hello, brother. How can I help you?" Or something like they do like, their Indian accent or whatever. I'm like, "I don't want to battle you."
I don't know what you just said.
What?
Hello, brother.
Why
My
have we
name is-
gotten off the track here?
Hello there, my name is John,
Alright,
and I'd like
All
to
right,
bet.
Ezra.
What?
Bible.
The B-A-B-L-E, okay? Because that's the book from me.
I am a C. I am a C-H. I am a C-H-R-I-S-T-I-A-N. For I have C-H-R-I-S-T in my H-E-A-R-T, and I will L-I-V-E-E-T-E-R-N-A-L-L-Y.
Hand me my guitar. I'll play 2 notes of a Zeppelin song, and you'll get banned.
What?
Let's not do that. All right, chapter 37 of Genesis.
You can do covers. That's not copyrighted.
It was a joke.
I am a joke.
You need to slow down.
So you're wrong,
I'm going to leave.
You don't need rolls to slow down.
I have stomach rolls.
All right, Genesis. Where are we at in Genesis?
Ah!
Close to the beginning.
I want to smack you. Why? In chapter 37 of Genesis, it's talking about the story of Joseph. So as these gentlemen, you flip open their phones to the Bible. I have my paper Bible.
Jacob lived in the land of his father, sojournings in the land of Canaan, and there were generations of Jacob. Joseph, being 17 years
Oh, you're
old,
in
was
the ESV?
pasturing the flock of his brothers. He was a boy, and the
What?
sons of Belazeph
Hey,
and his
Ezra,
father.
Ezra. What version are we using?
ESV.
Tristan, what's yours?
Mine's
Yes.
NLT, bro.
Bro, I don't listen to.
You use NRT, you use ESV, I'll use NKJV.
Not
Or NASB.
knowing. What?
No, I'll use
No, I don't
I'll
like.
use this one.
So, being completely honest, NLT is weird because it seems like a big summary.
Okay, hold on a second. Aren't all translations?
No.
Okay,
No, ESV is more trying to do it word for word, where NLT kind of is like a big summary of the.
it's trying to do it thought for thought.
Yeah.
There's okay.
No, it's different. It's not. It's
Yes.
neither. It's in the middle. It's not. It's a translation, but it's
Here, let's all go to the same verse, and I'll show you what I mean. Psalms. 45.
Psalms 45.
Or is it 45:6? No, it's 46:5.
I am still there no matter where.
40.
Still there no matter where.
okay. You do that.
Okay,
I'll
so
look at the actual
5.
Hebrew.
God is in the midst of her; she shall not be moved. God will help her when her morning dawns. This is referring to a city.
Right.
What does yours say?
God dwells in that city. It cannot be destroyed. From the very break of day, God will protect it.
Do 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 do
That does not sound like a summary.
do 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 do. Psalms 56.
Sounds like an overthought.
5.
Those are two
46:5.
opposite things.
I did.
Blue Letter Bible. I love Blue Letter Bible.
Yes, that.
46.
How many times have we done copyright infringement thus far?
There's no copyright infringement. We haven't done anything that really needs to be copyrighted.
Anyways.
Okay.
So,
Then-
when you talk about translations, there's two different types. You got word for word and thought for thought. And then you got an entirely different section for paraphrase, which is, in fact, a summary.
Okay. Here is
What are we doing?
We're comparing.
This is the Hebrew direct translations. God is in the midst of her, not she will be moved, meaning she will not be moved. Will help her God. So God will help her.
Mhm.
When dawns morning.
On the break of day.
So,
God is in the midst of her; she shall not be moved. When God will help her when the morning dawns.
right. God is in the midst of her. So God is, but her is referring to the city.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So God is in the city.
Mm-hmm.
God is in with her.
Mhm.
Either is correct. Not she will be moved. Not is
She won't be moved.
Baal.
Ball.
It's not Baal because Baal would be with two.
Ball.
It's a different word.
Ball.
Yeah, Baal. Mot. Probably like that. She will not be moved. So the city will. What's the NLT say?
I'm not entirely sure.
Read it.
It cannot be destroyed.
Yes.
God, he stay right there in the middle of the town, as why no more nothing can wipe out the people. The God go and help them even when it come early morning time. Pigeon.
Yes. Hawaii pigeon. Wonderful. God will help her when dawn's morning.
Dios está en la ciudad, no sería la rayar alba. Dios le brinde su ayuda.
Nice.
Strong's H 5826. Isaiah.
Will help her.
even doing anymore?
Hey, we are doing something very biblical.
That's true. We're
But-
talking about why there are different translations.
No, we're
Yes.
not talking about how there are different translations right now. We're just going over Hebrew.
No.
We did
We,
talk about why there are different translations.
that's what we're
though.
doing. We are
Because-
looking.
There's not just one translation because the English language is very different structural wise
Confusing.
and has
Hebrew.
a lot more words than Hebrew. I
Hebrew was
believe.
like say 2 words and it means a whole paragraph, and then English is like 1 word means half a word.
Sometimes. What does disestablishmentarianism mean?
I don't know.
I forgot about that one.
It was actually a Christian movement in the, I believe,
What is
1600s?
disestablishmentarianism?
To separate from the government.
As
Is
official
that like,
church,
is
the
that
United
like a
Kingdom.
separation of church and state thing?
That was, yeah.
Oh.
What is the definition of totalitarianism?
That's,
is some information.
Totalitarianism or whatever.
yeah.
Total.
I feel like my grandma whenever I do this.
Hey Siri. Anyways, are we even going to talk about Joseph or not?
We're talking about
You,
Jesus.
you said, hey Siri, and it's not a touch.
It's not touchscreen. It is a computer.
Well, fun.
Joseph.
Anyways, we're going to talk about Joseph very quickly.
Joseph, who built the ark?
Joseph didn't build the ark.
Who's Joseph, Tristan?
Joseph is one of the 12 sons of a man by the name of Jacob.
Jacob!
And Joseph was favored by his father, and you may have known him as the one who receives a coat of many colors, a gift given to him by his father, since he was his father's favorite. So, yeah, there's Joseph. The idea of Joseph that we wanted to go over was the fact that Joseph had lost many different things. He had lost his relationship with his brothers. He had lost his connection to his father. He had lost pretty much everything. He had been ripped out of what he was used to and was taken to Egypt. And he lost stuff. Mostly because of jealousy from other people, and partially because of his own ignorance. Just saying.
Okay. Well, read us the story.
Okay, so chapter 37 in Genesis. Chapter 37 in Genesis, we have Joseph's dreams. So we're going to start in verse 3. Jacob loved Joseph more than any of his other children, because Joseph had been born to him in his old age. So one day, Jacob had a special gift made for Joseph, a beautiful robe. But his brothers hated Joseph because their father loved him more than the rest of them. They couldn't say a kind word to him. One night, Joseph had a dream, and when he told his brothers about it, they hated him more than ever. "Listen to this dream," he said. "We were out in the field tying up bundles of grain. Suddenly my bundle stood up, and your bundles all gathered around and bowed low before mine." His brothers responded, "So you think you will be our king, do you? Do you actually think you will reign over us?" And they hated him all the more because of his dreams and the way he talked about them. Soon Joseph had another dream, and again he told his brothers about it. "Listen, I have had another dream," he said. "The sun, moon, and 11 stars bowed low before me." This time he told the dream to his father as well as to his brothers, but his father scolded him. "What kind of dream is that?" he asked. "Will your mother and I and your brothers actually come and bow to the ground before you?" But while his brothers were jealous of Joseph, his father wondered what the dreams meant. Soon after this, Joseph's brothers went to pasture their father's flocks at Shechem. When they had been gone for some time, Jacob said to Joseph, "Your brothers are pasturing the sheep at Shechem. Get ready, and I will send you to them." "I am ready to go," Joseph replied. "Go and see how your brothers and the flocks are getting along," Jacob said. "Then come back and bring me a report." So Jacob sent him on his way. Joseph traveled to Shechem from their home in the valley of Hebron. When he arrived there, a man from the area noticed him wandering around the countryside. "What are you looking for?" he asked. "I'm looking for my brothers," Joseph replied. "Do you know where they are pasturing their sheep?" "Yes," the man told him. They have moved on from here, but I heard them say, 'Let's go on to Dothan.'" So Joseph followed his brothers to Dothan and found them there. When Joseph's brothers saw him coming, they recognized him in the distance. As he approached, they made plans to kill him. "Here comes the dreamer," they said. "Come on, let's kill him and throw him into one of these cisterns. We can tell our father. A wild animal has eaten him. Then we'll see what becomes of his dreams." But when Reuben heard of their scheme, he came to Joseph's rescue. "Let's not kill him," he said. "Why should we shed any blood? Let's just throw him into this empty cistern here in the wilderness. Then he'll die without our laying a hand on him." Reuben was secretly planning to rescue Joseph and return him to his father. So when Joseph arrived, his brothers ripped off the beautiful robe he was wearing. Then they grabbed him, threw him into the cistern. Now the cistern was empty. There was no water in it. Then just as they were sitting down to eat, they looked up and saw a caravan of camels in the distance coming toward him. It's a group of Ishmaelite traders taking a load of gum, balm, and aromatic resin from Gilead down to Egypt. Judah said to his brothers, "What will we gain by killing our brother? We'd have to cover up the crime. Instead of hurting him, let's sell him to those Ishmaelite traders. After all, he is our brother, our own flesh and blood." And his brothers agreed. So when the Ishmaelites, who were Midianite traders, came by, Joseph's brothers pulled him out of the cistern and sold him to them for 20 pieces of silver, and the traders took him to Egypt. So that's the beginning of his story. You see all the things that he had. He had a special gift from his father. He had a special kind of love from his father. He had a huge family. He had also a family business that he could be a part of. He had a roof over his head. He had food. He had water. He had all these sorts of things. And it was all stripped away from him. And he was sold into slavery. He lost so many things. He lost his family. He lost shelter. He lost probably even hope in himself. Because he was betrayed by his family. But that's not the end of the story, thank goodness. So, quick recap to where we want to go. Do you guys know what happens next in Joseph's story? Just like a summary?
Becomes basically the headmaster of the Egyptians.
No, well, that's not next.
What's next, Marcus?
Well, he goes and, he goes and works in Potiphar's house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Doesn't he get like thrown in jail?
right.
He does get thrown in jail.
Because of Potiphar's wife.
Yeah.
Which he lost something again. Would you look at that?
Summarize that better than I did, I suppose.
Like,
Joseph went and served in Potiphar's house, and then
his wife, when he's gone,
his
tries
wife
to
kept hitting
seduce him.
Yeah.
And then he like flees, but then she says like, "Hey, you stole my thing. Look at this. Look, woe is me. He tried to
No.
come on to me."
It was she grabbed his robe and
He was torn.
tore it off.
Oh. Something like that. But then she like assumed, like she said that he tried to come on to her.
Yeah.
Right.
And so
He gets
then,
shucked into the thing.
He was thrown in prison
And then doesn't he like read two other
for
people's
many years.
dreams, and then
Right.
they're like,
He
and they're like,
Just
one
read
will
that.
be a wine person, and the other person will be a food person that get chopped off and hung.
pretty much,
And he does.
it happens. It's not he does. It happens. And then Pharaoh gets told by the wine person, the cupbearer.
I thought he forgot.
Well, the cupbearer forgot, but then Pharaoh had two dreams of his own, and then the
And then he
cupbearer.
remembered.
Then cupbearer was like, "Oh yeah, there's a guy who remembers dreams. He can interpret them for, yeah." And then Pharaoh grabs Joseph, pulls him out. Joseph interprets those dreams.
Talk about the dreams of fat cow and the skinny cow.
There were 7 fat cows, 7 skinny cows. The skinny cows ate the fat cows. There were 7 heads of grain that were good, and 7 heads of grain that were shriveled, and the shriveled grains took over the good ones in the dream, and it represented 7 years of good harvest, really good harvest, and then 7 years of famine. And so Pharaoh was like, "You're a great man to put in the position to fix this problem." Isn't that funny? You interpret my dream, you get to fix the problem now.
Yeah, and they get basically becomes in charge. And then his brothers come to him saying, "We're out of food. Why? Can you help us? Why?
And that's where we can...
Genesis 42.
Let's not go that early.
That early? What do you mean that early?
Well, Joseph's brothers come to
The
Egypt,
brothers-
and then...
So 43.
Let me summarize some more. So, Joseph's brothers go to Egypt, they get grain. Joseph is second in command, so the brothers have to go to Joseph in order to get the grain. And Joseph has not revealed himself to his brothers as Joseph. And he's like, "Alright, I'm gonna keep one of you here, and you guys go get your youngest brother. Make sure that he comes along." And so they go back to their family with some grain, go back with the family, come back with the youngest brother, who's Benjamin. His name is Benjamin, who Joseph had never met. and they come back. They get grain again in order to feed their families some more. The brother that was put in jail is released. And then on their way home, the brothers are stopped by guards. And the guards tell the brothers that apparently someone had stolen a silver chalice from second in command's house. So they checked all the bags. It turned out the silver chalice was in Benjamin's bag. And the brothers pleaded that one of them would be taken in Benjamin's stead, because it would cause their father to have a really bad time. And he'd probably die from being depressed and stuff. And we're actually gonna do chapter 45. 45. Joseph could stand it no longer. There were many people in the room, and he said to his attendants, "Out, all of you." So he was alone with his brothers, when he told them who he was. Then he broke down and wept. He wept so loudly the Egyptians could hear him, and the word of it quickly carried to Pharaoh's palace. "I am Joseph," he said to his brothers. "Is my father still alive?" But his brothers were speechless. They were stunned to realize that Joseph was standing there in front of them. "Please come closer," he said to them. So they came closer. And he said again, "I am Joseph, your brother, whom you sold into slavery. But don't be upset, and don't be angry with yourselves for selling me to this place. It was God who sent me here ahead of you to preserve your lives. This famine has ravaged the land for 2 years. That has ravaged the land for 2 years, will last 5 more years. There will be neither plowing nor harvesting. God sent me ahead of you to keep you and your families alive, to preserve many survivors. So it was God who sent me here, not you, and he is the one who made me an advisor to Pharaoh, the manager of his entire palace and the governor of all Egypt. Now hurry back to my father and tell him, this is what your son Joseph says. God has made me master over all the land of Egypt, so come down to me immediately. You can live in the region of Goshen, where you can be near me with all your children and grandchildren, your flocks and herds, and everything you own. I will take care of you there, for there are still 5 years of famine ahead of us. Otherwise, you, your household, and all your animals will starve." Then Joseph added, "Look, you can see for yourselves, and so can my brother Benjamin, that I really am Joseph. Go tell my father of my honored position here in Egypt. Describe for him everything you have seen, and then bring my father here quickly." Weeping with joy, he embraced Benjamin, and Benjamin did the same. And Joseph kissed each of his brothers and wept over them, and after that they began talking freely with him. And that's when God restores everything back to Joseph. God restored the promises that he promised to Joseph in the dreams by making him second in command of Egypt. His brothers had tried to thwart those dreams by selling him into slavery, and they were jealous of him. And he lost his family, but now he's gained them back. God made it so that his family would be able to live in the same land as Joseph now, which is amazing. He also gets to meet his youngest brother, who has been alive for like many years, and Joseph never met him. So he restored that. And also Joseph gets to have his own family. It's later said in the Bible that he has 2 sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. And both of his sons are blessed by Jacob. So it's an entire restoration of promises and family and hope in Joseph's life. And God's the only one that was able to do that. Joseph clearly lays that out. It was like, it was not you who sent me into slavery and who made me second in command. It was God. God did this. So God restored everything that was lost.
You should read verse 16.
Verse 16.
45:16.
The news soon reached Pharaoh's palace. Joseph's brothers have arrived. Pharaoh and his officials were all delighted to hear this.
Keep going.
Pharaoh said to Joseph, "Tell your brothers, this is what you must do. Load your pack animals and hurry back to the land of Canaan. Then get your father and all of your families and return here to me. I'll give you the very best land in Egypt, and you'll eat from the best that the land produces." Then Pharaoh said to Joseph, "Tell your brothers, take wagons from the land of Egypt to carry your little children and your wives, and bring your father here. Don't worry about your personal belongings, for the best of all the land of Egypt is yours." So, even great things of, like, God not only restored what Joseph once had, he went above and beyond what he had. He even blessed Joseph's entire family.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the entire family of Joseph and Jacob get the best land in Egypt.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. All because his brothers threw him in a well, and now they have the best land in Egypt during the famine.
Mm-hmm.
Just nuts. Only God can do something like that. Only God.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting? This is not having to do with this at all, but you know, there was a question. I was at it was like a, what's it called? It was like a adult group kind of thing that we went to. And it was an interesting question. You know how when Moses is is it the Israelites that are stuck in Egypt?
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah. So you know when he gets to that, do you think God allows people to harden their hearts, or does he?
Pharaoh? Talking about Pharaoh?
Yeah. Does he allow them to, or does he do that? Because he says, "I have hardened his heart," but was that Pharaoh's choice or was that God's choice?
Did Pharaoh choose beforehand to have a hardened heart, and then God just made
Reinforced it, or is
Yeah.
it? Yeah. That was like a good question that they asked. It was just like it.
I don't think it's. I don't think it's really. It's definitely not God making his heart hard. In the sense that God is like, yeah, you're not gonna like me. Specific. I don't think that. That's just not
It was like
God's character.
like
not
already the posture
aligned
that
with.
he had.
I think it's more of a. Like he shut himself out from whatever whatever this God that these people have, that he shut himself off from that. Not that God had like chosen him to be super stubborn so that the story could be good.
Right. Yeah, I don't think God is a God who purposely makes people stubborn against himself. Because what he really wants is a relationship with people.
Yeah.
So why would he make people not want to be with him just on his own?
Maybe it's to help a greater storyline.
Yeah, but the individual matters.
Yeah.
And I think the reinforcing is probably more accurate.
But we all have freedom of choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I think Pharaoh kind of already chose beforehand to make slaves out of the Israelites.
But didn't he also see a lot of miracles as well?
Right.
He did, but they were in opposition to him. So he takes that as an attack. In Egyptian culture, pharaohs were considered gods.
Mm.
And so if one god is like apparently stronger than the pharaoh takes that as like opposition.
Yeah.
And takes it as like basically a battle, because he has his sorcerers like replicate a couple of the plagues that happen. They're able to replicate it. So it's like the pharaoh is not necessarily like, oh, you know what's a good idea? Let's make the Israelites slaves. God's mad at me. Oh, okay, never mind. That was a terrible idea. He's like, I am a god. I can do what I want. The pharaoh is. And so he's like, I can do what I want. And so God, like, makes it very solidified. I think, like, what you were talking about, Marcus, of, like, he removes himself.
I mean, I don't even think that God necessarily had, like, I don't think God had to do anything specifically.
Well, it says he did something.
Yeah, it says, I will have his heart hardened.
Right, well...
That's where it gets confusing, because it's
The
like
way-
if we have freedom of choice.
But is he saying that because he's going to do something, or because he knows that Pharaoh already has chosen to have a
That's
hardened
true.
heart.
Omniscience. God has omniscience, so he knows what the Pharaoh's going to do no matter what.
Which is weird because of freedom of choice.
Well, it's because he knows us so well. He knows he's outside time, so he can see like past, present, and future all at once, and he knows us so well.
Yeah,
as
but I
his
feel like
creation.
at the same time, like if we have freedom of choice, what if he thought we were gonna do something and we did something else?
He wouldn't know
So
that.
he thought we were gonna do this, but he knew we were gonna do that, so we did this, but dot that, and did this and that at the same time.
Okay, I'm going to answer your question with a question. Does everything God wants to happen?
No.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No, not necessarily.
I'm saying yes because he allows it to happen.
Yes.
Go fight. Go fought.
Is everything that happens something God wants to happen, though?
No.
No.
So the freedom of choice allows us to make stupid choices, but a God allows them to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he wants you to do that.
He doesn't
He
want.
doesn't want that thing to happen.
Yeah.
He doesn't want his children to die, but it will happen if it must.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Like, if that's what we choose to do.
Yeah.
And also, if he's not able to know what we do, then he's not omniscient.
Yeah.
He's just really good at predicting things then.
He's the predictor.
He sees all the signs and makes moves accordingly. No. He knows everything there is to know.
Fair.
So it's like, I mean, and that's a great question because it's like, is free will involved in that? I would sure hope so.
Free will is free will.
Free will is free will. It's a gift from God. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to have a relationship with him if we didn't have free will.
A gift
Okay.
from the good.
Exodus 4:21. I'll read
You will see that.
NASB 2020 because it's a more of a direct translation, but in modern tongue. And the Lord said to Moses, "When you go back to Egypt, to see that you perform before Pharaoh all the wonders which I have put in your power, but I will harden his heart so that he will not let the people go."
Bum, bum, bum.
Are you reconsidering?
No.
He's
My point
rethinking.
still stands. I think it's more in the tone that you're reading it in.
Ah, he's the Trinity. I as in we.
Wow.
We will harden his heart.
Is it God doing something or just the things that God does that will harden his heart? Is God directly hardening his heart, or is it like
Okay, I see
just-
what you're saying.
just
I see
a
what you're-
byproduct of what God is doing?
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Marshmallows.
Good point.
I think the byproduct seems more likely.
It seems more in line with God's character.
Right. I mean, Pharaoh would still technically have the choice to not have his heart hardened, but God knows his heart is still going to be hardened no matter what.
Right. So God is using his, well, let's see.
Trying to get this.
Well, because it's, I mean, it's not just like he's using his omniscience.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll just use the word. He's using his omniscience to tell Moses something that will happen, because he's already talking in the future tense. He's saying when you go back to Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's like where if he will have his heart hardened, there'd be some sort of conversation with the Pharaoh and God, maybe maybe that he talked to him, and it's like, and God's trying to get through to him, but Pharaoh's just like wrestling and saying no, and just kind of being ignorant, and that's where his heart is hardened. Because didn't like Moses have multiple times where saying, "This is my God, and this is where, this is my God. You can bow down to him," but he's like, "Nah, I am the God of this place," or whatever. Because like if that's what you said, like the pharaohs, that they thought of themselves as the God. There's been other times where there's kings in those times where like if you didn't bow down to them, they put a seal and said, "If you bow, you get put in the lion's den."
Or a fiery furnace.
Or fire furnace, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it could have been like there was some sort of ignorance and wrestling that made it so his heart was hardened, but God gave him an opportunity, and he just ignored it.
Yeah. Could be.
I
Maybe.
think that's accurate. Because, I mean... Yeah.
Obviously,
We all have
we won't
opportunities.
have a definite answer here.
Yeah.
Right. We can theorize all we want. We can...
But
Come
that's... Sorry,
What?
you guys not watch Matt Pat?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I gotcha. I know what you're talking. It's only a
But
theory.
that's just a theory.
A Bible.
Theology theory.
Oh.
Theo theory.
Theological theory.
Theo theory.
No.
Yes. A Theo theory. That's the thing now.
Oh no. You know, now I can just sit here and I'll just stare at you guys and I'll let you guys talk and I'll just stand here and I'll.
What do you? Well, what do you think, Ezra,
What do I think?
Yeah, what do you
about
think?
the theory?
I just said that. I just said what I thought. I was saying my words.
Well, more.
What do you mean more?
Well, because you were the one who posed the question.
I did pose the question. But I was just saying what my thought was that it was some sort of wrestling. I don't even know what omniscience is, so I haven't been saying it. I don't understand the concept, so I wouldn't
Omniscience
say.
God is all-knowing.
Yeah, he
Okay.
knows everything.
Well, either way, I already knew that much, but I didn't know the word for it.
That's right.
But that's what I was saying. My idea is that maybe he went and he was talking to Pharaoh. Pharaoh had opportunity because there are lots of people who knew of God and knew who God was. And yes, maybe he had not gotten to the point where God died on the cross, right? Yet.
Because that was many
years- yeah, I know.
moons later.
Yeah, so like the Holy Spirit hadn't gotten to that
Many
point. So
times.
there was probably there was some sort of way of the wording to him in some, maybe a messenger or someone talked to him in some way so
Perhaps
that he had an
Moses?
opportunity to change his mind. Yeah, or Moses, through Moses. Like that there was opportunity for him to change his mind, but his heart was hardened because he was just an ignorant butt face.
Pretty much.
Leader.
A butt face leader, yes.
Yes.
And his son died.
Oh,
His
yeah.
son died later.
His son died, and then he was like, fine, you Israelites can leave.
And then he decided to chase them into the water and then died.
He had a
No.
second where he was like, wait a minute, I'm a god.
That's my
That's-
sound of them
yeah.
running to them.
That's the sound of-
Do
that's
you
the
have
war
work
cry?
Yeah, that's their war cry.
I'm leaving in 3 minutes.
All right. Well, should we wrap up?
I think we've done our duty here.
I like how I completely changed the trajectory of this.
Well, we were kind of done with the Joseph point.
Yeah,
anyway.
we kind of were.
Cool.
And also, it's like we're talking about Bible stuff now.
We were talking about Bible stuff before.
Not at the very beginning.
Okay, now that I think that's how we should structure it. I think that's how we should structure it. Where this is now becoming a podcast meeting. This is how we should structure it. We have a little bit of time just to joke around, so that there's some sort of fun communication, and then we settle into the point where it's like, then we can start, then we can dive in.
Right.
Yes.
Because like the whole point of fellowship and everything is talking, having fun, enjoying each other's company, and then diving into the word.
Yes.
But maybe I'll cut back on my stupid jokes
Please.
a little bit.
Yeah, maybe we won't do one-word sentences again.
The one-word sentences were kind of funny,
It was funny, but, well,
a little off color.
there's definitely a bit.
I tried to rein it back in
Hey.
with the watches.
Hey, I thought it was funny.
Of course you did.
My papa texted me.
Oh, how nice.
Oh, my dad, he loves me.
All right. Now, to just as a send-off, I'll tell you. Always remember 2 Corinthians 13:12.
No! No!
You know that one, Tristan?
Always greet each other with a hearty kiss. No thanks.
Now,
But if you close your eyes.
context.
Greet one another with a holy kiss.
Alrighty. Just kidding.
What is the context? Next time on
The basement?
Next time on The Basement,
We will
episode
answer that
4.
question.
It won't be next time. I won't be here.
Why aren't you going to be here?
I may not be.
It's my birthday.
I know. Oh, we got to sing happy birthday. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you.
You're actually gonna get
Happy
copyright strike.
birthday to you.
You're gonna have to cut this out.
Happy birthday, dear Marcus. Happy birthday to you.
Tristan's gonna buy me alcohol.
Wait, he can't buy it.
It's true.
Yeah, I can't do nothing about that.
I think I actually have to pay for that. But you can buy me lunch.
No, I'm sorry.
You can buy me lunch.
That's the plan.
I can buy myself flowers.
All
Thank
right.
you, Miley Cyrus.
Write my
Ladies and
name in the
gentlemen,
sand.
Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you can
And
join
Bruno
us
Mars.
next time on The Basement.
And Liam Hemsworth. All of them came together for that
In
song.
Malibu. Hey, don't end it. Don't end it. We're enjoying talking to each other. Gosh dang it.
Well, I have to leave. so-
Okay, you can leave.
Bye.
Bye. Gosh, so rude. Bye, Tristan. I love you.
Love you too, mate.
He calls you mate. He really likes this verse in 2 Corinthians 13.
Greet each other with a holy kiss. All right, now we can talk about how to rope tie a cow.
Do tell.
I don't know. What that? I am a hada huda.
Yeah, that's true. However, I do not have ADHD.
I can buy myself flowers. Write my
You'll
name
actually
in
get
the
copyright
sand.
striked for that happy birthday.
No, I won't.
Pretty sure you
It's
will.
a cover. I've been on YouTube for a long time. I've read their terms a few times. I won't get copyright for that.
Okay.
You only get copyrighted if it's the actual song.
Okay.
If it's the actual song or it sounds exactly like someone else's.
So if you do too good of a cover,
Yeah. So you could play a song, like you could do your Beatles song, and if it's really, really good, then I'll get copyrighted.
Huh.
Yeah. And it's live, so.
well,
You wanna hear this? I can make every dog that's watching this bark.
rough.
Ready?
How many dogs do you think are going to watch this?
I don't know. Probably not many. I am
Next time on The Basement, why don't dogs go to heaven?
No, next time on The Basement. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck? And then cuts out the live stream.
Huh.
I like being live on YouTube because it's kind of fun.
Yeah. Do you know if anyone watched? Like, what are the analytics? Where's the analytics page? Pull it up.
I have it open. Bro, they're gonna see my back.
Dubs. Look at that.
3 views. Let's go. No concurrent viewers.
That's okay. We spiked 3 times.
Nice. Let's
One
go.
each.
And they were all me. I watched it on my phone, and I watched it on my computer, and I watched it on there. You thought you were impressive.
No, I didn't.
What?
I don't know.
I can buy myself flowers.
Well, might as well end.
Okay. Bye, guys.